Say what you just told me. Say what you just told me. Say it again.
Say it! Say it! Say it! Say it!
I said I was in Indianapolis this weekend. You like Indianapolis?
Big fan of Indy.
A lot of your people there.
What do you mean, my people?
Fat racist people.
Fat
Persians?
Fat Persians.
How did you know they were Persian?
You could see what they were wearing, you know?
What
were they wearing?
Because they came in on carpets.
What were they wearing?
No, actually, you know what it was? It was a firefighter convention in town.
Firefighter?
Firefighter, which I didn't know was a thing, but they're firefighter.
Oh, firefighter.
Yeah.
Yes.
What did you think I was saying?
You were like firefighter.
Yeah, what else could he have said?
I don't know. He goes, which I never understood.
What sounds
a firefighter
like?
convention?
Sounds like firefighter.
I've heard of a firefighter convention.
Well, it was just funny because I'm walking around downtown Indianapolis. I see all these big dudes, mustaches, like the handlebar. And I'm like, this is a pretty big gay population over here. Like a lot of bears, you know? And then someone's like, no, it's a firefighter convention. And I was like, so a lot of closeted gay men out here. Yeah,
no. Let's to the men and women of the fire departments of America.
I open with that and I regret nothing.
Isn't it weird holding this mic?
Yeah, it's a little weird.
It's a little weird, right?
I feel
it's like heavy.
It's like an ice cream cone. You should be used to holding an ice cream cone close to your face.
It's not. It's too heavy to be an ice cream cone.
It does feel like the mic is sized for you.
I feel like I'm about to announce that Pearl Harbor's just been attacked.
Yeah.
It is with great sorrow that we...
You have to do it in the newsy, the old-timey newsboy voice. Like, extra.
Extra.
It feels solid, though. I feel like it's
What
going
are
to
you
get...
listening? What's our producer listening to on his phone? Are you watching Korn music? Our guy's always watching Korn music videos when he should be working.
Yeah.
I like the way you say mustache.
I know. Did
you hear that
a lot.
too?
I did know
okay,
that
listen.
mustache.
I'm not going to change that.
Well, how do you say it?
It's mustache.
It's mustache. Mustache.
That's the most Indian thing I've ever
There's
seen
a
you
few
do.
words that I know I do them incorrectly, but
Mustache?
I refuse to change
Well,
it.
it's not wrong. It's just funny that you.
It's like my stance on interracial dating. I'm not going to change it. No, I'm just
gonna. I'm against, vehemently anti. Mustache.
Aren't you dating a white woman?
Yeah. Who is it? Mustache is funny because it's almost impossible. It's a funny way to say Hitler because you can't say Hitler mustache. You gotta go
mustache.
Hitler mustache.
Yeah, it makes it sound like he didn't do that bad of stuff.
We're not.
Yeah, I don't know
We're
where
not
you're
going to
going
touch
with
any of
this,
that.
but okay.
Yeah, we're not. We'll cut all this out.
This is just the audio. We're just testing the audio. We're not going to air any of this.
Check. Hello, is this thing on? Check.
Wait, so it's been what, 2 weeks since our last episode.
You were in Indianapolis.
Was in Indianapolis this weekend. I was at Helium, great club. Shout out to Helium, Indianapolis. Did 5 shows, and it was very fun. But the late shows there, okay,
Killer.
No, they were fun. But the difference between the late show, it's a 10 p.m. show.
Yeah.
Okay, which is a specific time for a late show, both Friday and Saturday, 10 p.m.
Yeah.
And then 7:30 early. So you can imagine 7:30 is a very different,
Prim and proper.
yeah.
Right.
But also just like
People are
they're
just getting
fun.
started.
They're just getting started. 10 is like we've been out, and Indianapolis, the bar shut down at 2.
Closed.
So people are getting after. They're doing shots before the show.
I love that.
It's crazy though. I mean, it was fine I felt bad for the headliner because I was like, by 30 minutes in, these people are blacked out.
Who was the headliner?
Jeff Dye.
Oh, very funny.
Yeah, so I was featuring. It was great. I had the best. I didn't have to deal with it, and I could leave and whatever. But it was just.
Did they put you up?
No.
You had to get your own.
I had to get my own
Hotel. Airbnb.
No, I don't do Airbnb. Hotel.
What do you mean you don't do Airbnb?
I don't. If I'm staying for a night, I'll do an Airbnb. But if I'm staying for more than one night, I don't.
That doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
it
I
doesn't
would
make
feel
any
like
sense.
it'd be the
Yeah.
other way around.
Because I just like hotels just have things that you like. I don't have to bring my own shampoo. I don't have to bring my own. You know,
It's very rare that an Airbnb won't have.
I don't want to use. It feels weird. It's like I like the little one.
I love Airbnbs.
I would
I'm a
rather
big
you an
fan.
Airbnb
Do you,
over.
okay, so if you
If
prefer
I'm going
that?
for a longer time, I'm going to go for an Airbnb.
If I'm with like a group of people, if it's like a group trip, I'll take an Airbnb because we'll bring things. I don't bring shit with me. I don't like.
But then you get like a cool Airbnb, like a barn or a lighthouse or a cave.
This is where we're different. I'm not
Yeah, I've
gonna
stayed
go.
in 2 barn Airbnbs.
Yeah, they just put you up in the stall with the horse.
the horses over there like, goddamn flies everywhere.
I just picture the
It's
stable
great.
boy.
You stay at dawn. They wake you up. They make you plow the fields.
It's time to get up.
The
You get
stable
some
boy is
oats.
brushing you
Yeah,
in the
He's out there
morning.
milking the cows
You
and
get-
shit. He's like, I gotta get this shit. I
You
gotta
get
this
some
milk
oats and some cold water.
Do you think you could do? I feel like you'd be good on a farm. Like you could really get into that lifestyle.
I think management wise, yeah.
Management?
I think management.
Okay, I take back what I
upper
said.
management.
The fact that you said management for farms, I don't think they have a formal.
He's built like a farmer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
remember that?
Call back to episode 1.
What did we say? Who did we say was
The person at the Laugh Factory who you're like, hey, you look like you're trying to be nice.
You were trying to be nice, and
Oh,
you told
I
her she
forgot
looked
all
like she's
about
a
that.
I didn't. Do the people listening to episode
Yeah,
1?
I forgot about that. I forgot all about the fact that I told that lady.
It made me laugh because I was in Indianapolis and I was looking at this crowd, and by the 4th show, I was just like, I gotta tell you guys, this is some of the ugliest people I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
You said that?
Yeah.
I love when you're
Yeah.
mean on stage.
It just
because you don't see it coming.
Yeah, because I know, and I had earned their trust at that point, but I was like, look, it's our last show here. I've been holding this in all weekend, but you guys are just
Did you crack a beer open?
Yeah.
That rules.
yeah, dude. We have fun over
I
here.
might drink some. You know what I've been drinking a lot of? Fernet.
Oh, I love Fernet.
You like Fernet
Yeah,
too?
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
get Fernet to sponsor us.
So actually, CH Distillery, we used to run a show. You remember the show we used to run there?
Yeah.
Fernet, their Fernet is incredible. We should try to get them. on
I
board.
love
Yeah.
Fernet. You ever have it?
I've had Fernet.
It's like fancy Malort.
Malort has nothing on Fernet. Yeah,
Ugh,
I would do
Fernet's
Fernet
good.
all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a bottle? Is there a liquor
Fernet?
store nearby?
Do I have a
Oh, you want to do
liquor
it
store?
now? You're really excited. You're like, turn the podcast off. Let's go get it. We cut back
Let's
to
start
5 minutes
drinking.
later.
Are you
which-
gonna go get Fernet? Oh damn.
We'll do it in one of the cutaways. Let's do a cutaway with us drinking Fernet. Let's set it up.
Yeah. We'll set some cutaways up.
Yeah,
We're
that's a good idea.
We're doing a whole Family Guy thing.
Yeah, I do think it'd be fun to like try different. I mean, we'll get a sponsor, but it'd be fun to try some unique liquors.
Well,
on
no,
there.
by this point we'll have a sponsor.
Yeah. So it's either going to be Fernet and or a beer or something. But yeah, I love Fernet. When did you start? What are you drinking? It just by itself?
By itself, do shots of Fernet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah. Have you
Settles
had,
your stomach.
so you know what's the next level up from Fernet? Chartreuse.
Chartreuse?
Chartreuse.
Isn't that a
rips.
color?
Yeah, it's green, and the liquor is green. It's 100 proof, like aperitif. It tastes a little sweet though, so you don't know it's coming.
Fernet is not sweet.
No. This is if you like Fernet, you should try Chartreuse, and you will get.
Is this what the podcast is turning into?
Yeah, we're all
Just
by
us
the way.
talking about Fernet and Chartreuse.
This is just ways. It's funny because as you do comedy longer, you just find like clever ways of being an alcoholic. You're like, it's Chartreuse, like it's fancy, and it's like crazy. It's not
Chartreuse.
It sounds like Fernet. You're like, oh, this is like herbs.
Yeah.
You can justify it.
Yeah,
It's
not
red.
Miller High Life.
Yeah.
I got a story to talk.
Oh.
Here we go.
I got a story.
Jesus.
I DJ'd an event, a private event.
As coffin
Coffin
fucker?
banger, coffin banger.
Skull fucker.
Coffin fucker is so
As
much
skull
more,
fucker. The
so
skull
much more
fucker.
aggressive than
The skull
coffin
fucker.
banger.
I was banging.
For your bar mitzvah, we have DJ Coffin
No,
Fucker.
they did not. They did not want to use my name. Apparently,
Coffin
well, I'm
banger?
sure. Yeah.
which I thought was kind of weird. But
But they like your music.
Well, it was kind of weird. So I set up. And
Who
I
is
was
this for?
So it was for a school. It was a fundraising for a school.
What
and
kind
I realized,
of school?
Like an elementary school.
Okay.
I think a private elementary school. I'm assuming.
Like for their parents.
Yeah, the parents were raising money for the school for their kids.
In what city?
Here.
In Chicago.
Yes.
Okay.
It was right down the
I'm
street.
just trying to think of what are the odds that the parents will look like you.
Look like me. What does that mean?
You know, like all punk rock.
I mean, there were some people there that looked
Yeah,
a little.
that's what makes sense.
Like the hand tattoo ratio.
Yeah, how many hand tattoos?
I mean, I didn't see any hand tattoos.
How do you wipe your butt after you get a hand tattoo?
The same way you wipe your butt.
Well, that's
First of all, I use a bidet.
Yeah, power hose. What are you talking about?
I have a tushy. I have a tushy I use, and then I use
How do you
one little.
bidets? If I'm gonna do a bidet, it's got to be separate from the toilet. I don't like the double.
God, of
Why?
course, Vic.
No,
If
but
I use a bidet, it better have Grand Gala.
I honestly
liqueur
prefer
in
I
it.
just hire a poor person to wash me. But like you
Someone
can't
lowering the caste system?
Yeah. Of course, I'm a Brahmin. I'm the highest. I don't want some untouchable. You know, go through a different door. You know this.
It's fucked up. So what happened at the school?
No, so I realized after this DJing this event, I do not charge nearly enough money
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
for it. Because I like to do it. I enjoy DJing.
Yeah, you're not like this is not your main. Source
No,
of
it's not
income.
my main gig,
No,
but I've
yeah.
realized that I need to definitely start charging more money.
Why? How did you figure that out?
Because so they were auctioning off stuff and people were spending money like it was fucking going out of
okay.
style. And I'm like, I got a quarter of what this person just auctioned off to win
Yeah,
to
that
be
always hurts
the
'cause they're-
principal for a day.
Ooh, principal for a day
that'd
would
be
be
fun.
fun.
And I told
I
my-
want to bet on that. And they'll be like, "Where's your kid?" I'm like, "I don't
So
have
my
kids.
friend is the one who got us to get me the gift.
You're just at the auction.
Yeah,
you
at
win.
the auction.
They have to give it to you because
Yeah.
you spent a lot of money.
They're like,
I know. I was actually thinking about.
who's your kid? I don't have a
thinking
kid.
about
I just wanna be
donating my
principal.
money, my
I like the
pay
school
to do
system
it.
a lot. They're like, oh shit, this
Right.
is weird.
I would make the kids fight. I would set up little.
Well, I told the guy who won. Because he was a buddy of mine. I was like, dude, you should really bid on this. You can make your kid the most popular kid in school. You could be the coolest principal, and then all the kids would be like,
Yeah.
your parents are so cool, blah blah blah. We want to hang out with you, and that's how you.
Is
become
this
popular.
kid not cool right now?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
It's so
I don't,
crazy
I don't
that
hang
like
out.
it's so crazy that like dudes like you are parents now. I know that like dudes like you are at like a school like I've been listening to Cannibal Corpse with my son. I've been putting Aiden's been listening to Cannibal
It
Corpse.
is weird. Well, like I said, I mean, think of it, dude. Think of it in 20 years from now. I'll be.
What's a better thing to-
something? I'll be like, I grew up listening to Venom and Slayer and this
Yeah.
that, and then people are like, who? Kids are gonna be like,
What's a
who?
better thing to show a kid other than Cannibal Corpse?
What's a better band? to
Yeah,
show a kid?
you-
I mean, I don't know.
What's a better?
Anal cunt.
No, bleep that out. That's
Yes,
a real
that's
band.
that was a real band.
That's unfortunately a
R.I.P.
real
Seth.
band.
Like rotting Christ or something like that.
I mean, there's a
Meshuggah.
yeah.
We'll start him off with Meshuggah.
I mean, Meshuggah's not really like
Meshuggah, I like that. I can start using
compared
that.
to Cannibal
Oh,
Corpse.
we'll play some now that we have an editor. You'll put
Yeah.
in some Meshuggah right
Okay.
here. You'll
All right.
hate it. You're gonna hate
I
it.
know. I probably would.
That was me. I did that accidentally.
You know, your people. There's a good metal band with your people.
Oh yeah.
Your people have a
Steve,
good.
by the way, we talked about this on I think episode 1 or 2. How we like your people. It still sounds bad when we say
Oh,
it.
it sounds even worse.
I realize it.
I would arguably say it sounds worse
It sounds
when,
worse.
we,
It
when we
does.
say it.
It just sounds so. It's like your people. I'm like, oh,
It's
man.
only funny when someone like a person of color or someone says it to a white person. I think it's funny when you
Yes.
call a white person
Yeah.
your people. I think that's one of the funniest things in the
It is
world.
very good. It is very good. Yeah.
But
What's
your people have a
What's
like
the band?
I don't know, but it's like traditional Indian music mixed with heavy metal. It's very fun.
Yeah, I've been listening to some
Oh,
random.
they're from Bangladesh.
Oh, yeah,
Or they're,
okay.
they're Bengali.
Bengali.
Yeah, it's an
Sharup's
it's-
people.
Sharoop.
Sharoop.
Good guy. Love Sharoop.
Yeah, I think we've talked about him too many times in this
Yeah,
podcast. I
we've
don't know
talked
why.
there was a couple.
It should be a running joke. We just talk about Sharoop.
Sharoop.
There's actually a really good hardcore music scene in Israel.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And there was a compilation I remember my buddy turned me on to called Unholy Bands from the Holy Land. That was the name of the
I love that.
compilation.
That's great.
And it was amazing. Like some of these bands were amazing.
My friend put me onto a really cool mixtape called Free Palestine. Yeah.
Is that the name of the mixtape?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. I mean, I'm very serious about Free Palestine.
I don't agree with that. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, why do you want to free it? Free it from what?
Jesus.
No, I think it's funny about people here who are not Palestinian or Jewish they're like the loudest opinion. And I'm like, they're just like picking a
We
side.
should cut all this out.
Yeah, no. I'm saying it's
Well,
like
we could go into white people saying that about everything.
yeah, that's what it's just interesting. Like you talk to actual people who are Jewish and people Palestinian, and they're like they have very more nuanced views on it, and you just
Oh,
have,
I know. I get what you mean.
Yeah, it's just interesting to hear like one person be like, no, you just say the word, and then you talk to them about it. They're like, well, I just heard it somewhere, and I think I should do it. I think Sabra hummus had a lot to do with this. Yeah, I remember being at DePaul. That's where I went to college. This is years ago, and
You went to DePaul?
yeah,
Here? Mm-hmm. You were a city college kid?
yep, City College, Loop campus.
Whoa.
Yeah. And a group of kids were protesting. We had Sabra hummus in the cafeteria. They were protesting it because they were saying Sabra has ties to Israel. And they're like, no, we're free Palestine. And then I happened to be buying Sabra hummus that day. And I was like, no, I'm for free Palestine, but I'm hungry right now.
And I like hummus.
And I like hummus. And it's all from that area. I can't start getting...
Yeah, it's hard not to have ties
Yeah.
to
Every
Israel.
company
When you're an
has...
Israeli company, it's probably very hard not to have ties to Israel.
But it's just crazy that, I mean, have you ever boycotted a product?
I think boycotting products is, unless when it comes to boycotting a product, unless the guy or the person who is saying or doing something abhorrent, if he is individually making, packaging, and selling the product,
It's not related.
the only times I've ever boycotted a product is when I refuse to buy weed from someone I don't like.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
I
only time I've
boycotted
ever
people.
boycotted.
So it's
businesses because
businesses
of
is so hard to
their-
do because there's so many moving
Yeah,
parts.
like I don't
involved.
support Bezos, but I can't not. Amazon is so convenient.
Or
I
even
can't.
like Ted Nugent. Can't stand the man.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
fan of his music.
yeah.
He definitely does shred.
Motor City Madman. I mean, it just
Whang, bang,
absolutely,
sweet, boom,
it's just
tang.
incredible music.
He is-
Abhorrent political.
Now, how
views.
far does this go? Like R. Kelly.
See now? I think you can.
But R. Kelly sucks anyway.
Yeah.
Kelly's
Well,
not
it
good.
depends on who
Hey.
you talk to. Yeah.
He sucks. I'm gonna say
No,
it.
he
sucks.
definitely. I
He
mean,
had
as
some
far as
bangers.
R&B goes,
Yeah.
you're. That's not true. Pete.
Ignition.
Remix to
Remix to
ignition.
Ignition.
Um,
I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
Oh, come on.
Come
What are you, a
on.
13-year-old girl?
I was at one point. I mean,
And thanks to the very
No,
liberal
R. Kelly sucks.
laws
I'm going to
in
say
the
no.
United
R. Kelly
States.
sucks, and he deserves whatever he gets.
Well, obviously
of
he
course.
divorced. We're not.
Yeah.
We're not saying he doesn't deserve.
and he sucks, and he deserves whatever thing he gets because he
people
sucks.
people will say something about R. Kelly about how we shouldn't be listening to his music and how terrible he is while they're bouncing their head to the beat of the song they're listening to. They'll be listening to Remix to Ignition and be like, yeah, this song, I mean, it's just questionable.
I
that
mean,
they be playing it.
I will never bob my head to that song.
I mean, you can't listen. Woody
He sucks.
Allen, terrible guy.
oh,
I don't watch
Andy
Woody
Hall,
Allen movies either.
fantastic film.
don't watch
The
Woody Allen
greatest
movies
film, the greatest American film was made by a monster, Chinatown. Was made by Roman Polanski, who is a piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think but we're going to talk about Hollywood. All of Hollywood's pieces of shit.
yeah.
Roman Polanski is still alive. And he's our next guest.
And here he is.
And we got him
Roman
here.
Polanski.
Joining us from Zoom.
He is not allowed to step foot back in the United States for rape allegations, but ladies and gentlemen, he is willing to stop by right now.
Joining us from an undisclosed location.
Joining us from him and Edward Snowden together at last.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. I think every actor is a piece of shit in some way or another.
Yeah, of
And
course.
musician. They're all, I mean, Chuck Berry. He guy's the king of rock and roll. He's a piece of shit, though.
What did Chuck Berry do?
Very farted on that prostitute's face in that video.
Okay.
What
Yeah,
are
he
you
put
talking
cameras in
about?
sketch.
He
That's
has
not real.
cameras
Why don't
in
we
toilets.
start with the first thing Chuck Berry did? Why don't we do with the actual stuff he did?
Johnny Be Good. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you picked up a guitar, you've been inspired by
But
Chuck
who?
Berry.
But what did Chuck Berry do?
What do you mean? What did he?
I don't know his story. I don't
He
know.
put fucking cameras in toilets.
Oh, okay. I heard
Oh,
about this.
He's
Chuck
banged
Berry did
underage
that?
girls.
A lot of bad shit.
He's done a lot. He's a
Oh,
terrible
no.
Wait, can you
human.
tell us more about the farting of the
Yeah,
prostitute?
can you tell us more about the farting of the
Pull it up. Pull it up.
prostitute?
I'm gonna pull it up and I'll let. Oh yeah,
All
you
right.
guys won't be able to hear it.
Well-
Yeah, I'll pull it up and let you see it.
What is it?
Read the
Yeah,
headline.
he does horrendous shit. He's a,
He. There's a video, a porn that he didn't know was being filmed of him and a prostitute.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean he didn't know a porn was
Like,
being
somebody
filmed?
put a camera in a corner.
So he was just having
Yeah,
sex.
He was
Yeah.
fucking a prostitute.
Okay.
And the prostitute was like, "I'm fucking Chuck Berry," and like got the room ready. And anyways, he's like, "You like it when Chuck Berry farts in your face?"
Did he fart it in her face?
Oh,
Chuck Berry's got it.
man.
I'm looking for it.
Oh, we don't
I mean,
even
he's
know
into
if
shit
it's Chuck
videos.
Berry.
He's into shitting stuff. So,
Yeah.
but you know what? Here,
Chuck Berry's
I'm gonna-
into poop?
Yes. I told
This
you,
all
I just
connects
said
to the
he
first
put-
episode.
He
We
put
like it.
cameras in toilets. They've got a video out. You can get the video of him.
I googled it and it says classic video.
Timeless classic.
Classic video.
You know
It's
what's
from iHeart.com. It's like iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio has a classic.
And he's
Classic video. Chuck
and he's
Berry
got it.
farts on
He's
prostitute.
got it set to reeling and rocking.
iHeartRadio.com.
You know
Thank
what's
you,
bad
my
when they're
friend.
talking about your shit video like they're talking about your songs? Like classic. Like it's a timeless
Johnny
song.
Be Good.
Yeah.
Reeling
You
and rocking,
ruined Johnny
farting
Be
in
Good.
people's
Johnny Be Good is.
faces.
I hear Johnny Be Good at every grocery store, amusement park. It's everywhere. That
Do you
song
want to
is
know
everywhere.
something interesting fact about that song too? I guess, supposedly this is what I heard. I don't know how much of this is true, but when they set a shuttle in the outer space, they bring Johnny Be Good with them on tape. So if they ever run into aliens,
If they ever run into a prostitute, they can
they,
fart
no,
out.
Yeah.
they're saying, how do you describe Earth? And they play that song.
Wow.
We can come up with better
Yeah.
things to
Can
show
we-
aliens.
I'm
Not
just
use the
saying,
guy who
that's
farted
what-
in
that's
someone's
what I
face.
heard.
Well, because then what if the aliens are like, now wait a minute.
Yeah.
I threw him in the old Google, and it says he farted on a prostitute.
Like this is their leader. You know, this is the North Star.
How about this? How about R. Kelly aliens?
Yeah. Yeah, we got something better for
Vic,
you.
you got to pay. You got a spot tonight.
Oh shit.
Something dropped out, so
Oh hell yeah. Good shit.
we're doing a show later.
Yeah, we got a comedy bar. Shout out to Comedy Bar. Sohrab and I there quite a bit. Downtown club above
Good pizza.
Geno's East. Yeah. Great club. I interned there. I was an intern.
You're an intern?
I was an intern 7 years ago. I used to wear their thing is they have this bear. That's like their logo. Like I don't
You were in the bear?
I was wearing the bear. And I remember wearing the bear. This is when I was like, still working. And like, I remember being like, I have a 401k. I shouldn't be in a bear outfit.
Why not?
I told that to the booker. I was like, look, you got to put someone else on the street. I can't be doing this.
Did it work?
Yeah, she was like,
obviously it worked because you're doing it tonight.
yeah, I'm doing it. But it's also like, I was like, I have other skills. Like you can utilize me for marketing, use me for something else.
Well, the bear technically is marketing.
I know, but I don't want to be on. I don't want to do that.
But nobody knows it's you though, which is kind of nice.
Yeah,
It's not like you're walking around with the head off in a bear costume.
Me and Michael Rice. You remember Michael Rice? Very funny Irish comedian. He's back in Ireland. He's touring like all over UK. But we did a man on the street thing. So I was in the bear outfit, and then we would switch. But then we would interview people, and one of the gimmicks was like roast a comedian. And this is before like roasting was big. So we just talked to random people in the street, and this one girl, just like he'd like, hey, roast this guy. And I'm wearing like I import like on purpose wore even douchier clothes than I normally do. I was in like a leather jacket, and she was just like, this guy fucking like she just went, it's so mean. And I was like pretty new at comedy that it hurt. Like it really hurt me.
So it's just a random person was just
and it's
ripping
a
on
stranger.
you,
I'm
and
like,
she was good.
She was great. I was like, you had this already?
With Joe and the other people in the street.
Yeah, and I'm like, other people are getting involved, and I'm like, yo, this is like not a whole thing. It's like an impromptu Yo Mama battle, dude.
With your motorcycle club looking
Yeah,
ass jacket.
So now what clubs are
shaving.
she playing at now?
And I'm opening for her next week.
Yeah, probably. That sounds about right.
But it's just funny that some people are so like you're talking to people on the street. Some people can just turn it on, and it's impressive because you're like, wow, you really just had all this bottled up.
Bottled up.
Yeah, and it hurt. I have the video somewhere. I'm gonna release it. Just
Track it down. Give it to me. We'll put it in.
yeah, we'll put it. That's again Patreon content.
So what was the difference between?
You put it a little closer to you.
There's 3 logos.
There's only
there's
one.
okay. I found the logo.
Oh, put it. You're also holding it a little far away. I feel like.
Johnny Be Good. Scat porn. So what's the difference between Chuck Berry and Gigi Allen? Very little.
Well, Gigi Allen did it in front of people.
Publicly.
Public.
Oh, wait till you find out about Gigi Allen.
I don't even know. Yo,
He's like the craziest white guy ever.
that's a big list.
I would say him and the dude who cut his arm off to get out of that rock.
I forgot that movie was wild.
I never
dude.
saw the movie.
It was good. It was very good.
I know there's a scene
You're
where
talking about you're comparing Gigi Allen to the guy who cut him.
yeah, yeah.
Someone heroic and like did it for like life
Heroic?
preservation. Whereas the dude who probably
What's heroic
Shitting
about
on
that?
the top of a police car.
What's heroic about that?
And
Was
having
was
sex
there
with
a
underage
bus
girls.
full of kids somewhere?
it is funny that going back to the cutting his arm off. It's like only a white person would put himself in that situation.
I hate that we call that heroic. You got out of a situation
no,
you put
that's what I'm
yourself
saying.
into.
It's not like it's very cool you survived, but like I wouldn't be doing that. I would never do that. I would never be alone.
Well, white people do dumb shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
They
just
do.
like it's someone had a great Megan Dirty had a great bit about haunted houses. She's like, they were invented by white people because white people needed a place to feel scared.
That's funny.
And it's like this. A lot of people have done.
Meg's got a really funny joke where she goes, "There's only 2 good men in the world, and they're both the Property Brothers." I think about it every day.
Dude, I'm a fan. I would
Of the Property
Yeah,
Brothers?
if you had to kiss a man, I'd kiss both of them. I don't even care. I'd
Really?
Yeah, double.
If I
up.
They got,
kiss a
they got
man,
bad haircuts.
I'm
The one's got
going-
a good haircut. The other does not have a very good haircut.
if I'm kissing a man, I'm kissing Steve Buscemi.
What?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. I don't want to kiss a hot man.
Okay, I was like, thank you for. I was like,
Yeah,
you gotta.
I gotta kiss. I want to kiss.
So
Also, there's
interesting.
just something cute about his big wet eyes. His
No. That's like kissing like an ugly dog. You're like, I want to,
It's like kissing a
like the
hot
droopy dog with the droopy
yeah,
face.
yeah, like
You're
that
come
the
here.
wrinkled
I'm
face.
kissing Buscemi, Bush, as I call him.
Who'd you kiss, Vic?
I told
The Property
both
Brothers.
Property Brothers.
Oh, the
Same
Property
time.
Who'd you
I'd be in the
kiss?
middle.
Chuck Berry.
Yeah.
Chuck Berry's butt.
Probably. I'd kind
As
of
he's
kiss his
farting on
little
you?
fucking balloon knot. I'd be like,
Balloon knot.
Balloon knot is one of the worst descriptions. I hate that so much.
it's a good one.
You look like you were in a band called Balloon Knot.
I would be in a band called. Well, it's a good band name. I'm sure it's taken.
I'm sure it's taken.
I'm
That
sure
is
it's
incredible though.
That is a good
It is incredible. That's one of those. Oh, so where were you this week? Were you anywhere?
Shit. Where was I this week?
touring the nation.
Touring the nation.
Yeah.
Touring the nation.
Pete, last week I was getting a haircut here.
I was
last
at
week.
Laugh Factory, and you ever have one of those nights where you do really well, but it doesn't, you can't really count it because you didn't do anything. And I'll tell you this. Here's what happened. I'm there. It's a hot Laugh Factory crowd. There's a guy with a stupid hat, and I have the clip. I'll include it. We'll put it.
You were in the fedora.
I didn't watch it, but you put on some. I saw his Instagram story.
Yeah.
So there was a guy with a stupid hat, and I was, me and him are, making fun of him. I'm like, bro, you better be tall if you're wearing a hat like that. You better not be goofy and short.
Oh, that'd be a fedora and a short would look crazy.
Yeah. It's if you're short with a fedora.
You look like Curious
yeah,
George.
See?
Yeah.
That anybody wearing a fedora looks like an idiot. See? Yeah.
You better have
Detective.
that, you better have that scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Go
gonna
get
be,
him, Knuckles.
It's idiotic. Yeah.
So, okay, he
So
stood
he
up.
stood up, tall drink of water.
Okay.
Tall drink of water. And then his hot girlfriend stood up. She was taller than he was. The crowd went bananas.
I love that.
Nice.
Love it.
The crowd went bananas. Are you tall? Stand up. Let's see if you're tall. Is he tall? Yeah, he's tall. But then I was like, put on the hat. The hat is yours. You deserve the hat.
Did you wear the hat? You wore the hat.
She wore the hat, and then I wore the hat. I don't know. No. I don't know. No. I look very Puerto Rican, I feel like.
I think I can
And
see.
now you have lice.
Yeah, I feel like you would look good in. I could see you in a fedora with that coat that you came with the other
Pretty
day.
good coat.
Yeah, I think that because you're one of the few people I could see it and it like actually fits.
But
You know?
but it was a good night. It was a good night.
Yeah,
And then,
that's great.
and then
Those Fridays, Saturdays there are.
And I was supposed to go to a party. You ever like not go to a party
All the time.
you're supposed to go to?
Oh, of course. I did that. I did that yesterday.
You had a party you were supposed to go
No,
to?
I'm supposed to like all the comics and like they're all going out, and I just was like, no.
Yeah, I do
It's
that
a
all the
power
time.
move.
I
it's
also-
a little bit of a power move.
I was a little bit. Well, I like one of the comics, like they were like, oh, like you got to go out because it's like this guy
don't.
likes to go out, and I was like,
cool.
I
Good for
headline
him.
too. I don't need this energy. I don't need to do this to supplement. Like I was like, no.
I feel like I do that when there's too many things going on. When people are like, oh, I got this party, this
You're
party.
just like,
I
I
just
wanna-
don't go any. I'm
yeah.
like, I'm not going to
Well,
do
it's
any
also
of them.
like, yeah, I think past a certain age you lose the will. You're like, it's more preferable to do what I want
Yes.
over trying to do something that maybe good for me or may not be. But I'm also like, it's a lot of energy. I don't want. My first instinct was to go. I wanted to leave.
You want to be comfortable.
Yeah, comfortable. That's exactly what it is. And it was such a good decision.
Yeah.
Feel great.
Especially in a different city.
Yes, that's another thing. You feel weird. Like I'm already not in my normal. I want to just go back to the hotel that I've now made my
home,
my safe space,
my own little.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been farting and sweating in there, and
Recording.
It was one of those hotels where they really wanted to clean the room, and I was only there for like 3 nights. Do you do it every day if you're in a hotel? Do you let them turn the room over, or do you just like let it sit?
Sometimes I do.
I
Depends
kind
on-
of like to like set it, like let it build up, like I'm on the right. To
Like,
pretend
like, nah. Oh, we need one more pizza box before I gotta call this.
I want to make it look like I'm on the run.
Yeah,
The law.
like you just had to get out of there, and you're laying low or something.
Did I tell you guys my NACA story?
You're
What?
When
No.
I was in. Oh, we didn't even talk about.
Yeah, we
this
haven't talked
yet.
about this yet. Well, tell them what.
I didn't take your spot,
I wanted you to take,
but
my
I
spot.
didn't take your spot.
Okay.
I took
that's
I
right.
took a magician spot.
Oh, that's even better. That's
named-
justice right there.
Yeah, I took a stole. So here's what happened. Have we not told you this?
a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
So me and Vic were both. Vic was doing a spot at this thing called NACA, which is how you get college gigs.
Which is a racial slur. No, I'm kidding.
No. But Vic had a spot. Vic had an actual bona fide spot. I had what's known as an alternate, but I was first alternate. Okay. So I just need one person not to show up and I get their spot. So we drive up there Thursday.
To where? Where'd you go? Where was this?
St. Paul, Minnesota.
Okay.
Thursday, everything's good. Friday night, I mean, an insane snowstorm hit.
Tornadoes, multiple tornadoes,
Yeah.
snowstorm, flights canceled, flights rerouted.
Vic texts me at like 8 and he's like, bro, my flight just got canceled.
I was flying out Friday night.
Yeah. So and
you were already there.
And the day before, earlier that day, I saw his agency. And I was like, hey, you guys know Vic. I'm a big fan of Vic. I was like, I'm a first alternate. And they were like, yeah, you better not take his spot. I was like, oh, well. So storm hits. He's like, you should go. So I go next morning, like 6 a.m. I wake up.
Because it's a 10 a.m. showcase.
Yeah.
You have to be there at 7 a.m. for sound check.
Yeah.
If you don't make sound check, you don't get to perform.
You're off.
At 7 a.m.
7
7 a.m. So I'm walking through snow up to my hips in Minnesota. because the Uber can't get to me because the street is completely snowed in. And I'm staying at an Airbnb, so I'm like trucking through waist high snow to get to a main road that the Uber can pick me up in. So the Uber picks me up, takes me there. It's like a $80 Uber, and I had to get an Uber XL because I knew all the normal cars wouldn't be on the street.
Yeah.
So I got an Uber XL. I get there, fucking 7 a.m. I'm 30 minutes early. I'm all happy. I go to the guy. And I'm like, hey, I'm here. I'm doing bits. With him. I'm like, yeah, my friend Vic stole a spot from a brown man. How fucked up is that?
We can take our jobs ourselves.
Wow.
We're our worst enemy. I'm stealing from him. And he's like, you don't have a spot. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm an alternate. And I'm the first alternate. And
So
he's
you
like,
should
yeah,
get-
but Vic is in a higher bracket. He asks for more money than you do. So that's a different kind of alternate.
This is also some bullshit NACA like
Touring
separation.
the nation.
Yeah.
So then now I'm pissed, but I can't say anything because you got to be really nice to these people. You can't piss them off. So I'm like in the hallway, and I'm like, I'm like literally like I'm quitting stand up. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I spent
Man, if
all
I
this
knew you were
money-
that close to quitting, I would have been like, I would have sent you one text. I'd be like, I'm like, do it. It's not worth it, man. You don't deserve this.
But then then I call another $50 Lyft to take me back to my sad little Airbnb,
Ugh.
and someone comes out of the sound check room and they're like, it's a really weird thing to hear.
A magician
Didn't show up. He got a spot. Like I was like, sweet.
So I was trying to do. So Friday night, I'm at the.
Is
Comedy
everything
Vault.
okay,
So
by
do
the
you-
way, with you and
Yeah.
Rose? Are they cool about?
Yeah.
So do you know this magician?
I'm not going to disparage him. His name is Kid Ace.
You do know him though.
I know him through the circuit of just doing college shows. I don't
Okay.
know him,
Okay.
but I was
You
told.
guys yelled at me in the first podcast about,
What?
do you know magicians? And you're like, comedians and magicians don't know each other. They're different.
I
I'm like,
don't
it's
know
not
him.
about
I don't know
knowing.
the guy.
It's
really?
just about, but
Did we?
you
Did we
tore
give
me
you-
a new one
Did
about
we?
that. And I was like, it's just a scene that
It's funny
everybody
because
knows
I actually.
people.
It's
Do
just.
you think all the circus freaks are hanging out, grabbing coffee after
Yeah.
the show?
Maybe.
Me and the bearded lady and the
Maybe.
magician and the Houdini are grabbing
People know each other. How
grabbing a
does the barber know comedians? I mean, everybody.
Well,
just-
no.
people
Here's the
just
thing.
know
So
people.
this is very funny. So I'm on stage. I'm at the Comedy Vault, is a club on Friday night. So I'm doing the early show. I'm skipping the late show to catch my flight.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is my plan. So I'm on stage at the early show. On stage in the show, the weather changes. I'm on stage, and suddenly you can hear it in the building. This is a old bank vault, so you can hear it in there. You know how crazy it is outside. And suddenly, everyone's phone, the little
the beep.
the noise, goes off. And I'm in the middle of this joke, and I was like, and everyone's like, it's crazy outside. We're getting like reports. Someone opens the door, looks, it's wild. It looks like Twister out there. And I'm like, man, how sad would it be if we all died? And the last thing you heard was my joke about not being racist. And I wish I got the clip because it was so funny. But then I'm like, I kind of knew my flight was going to be. Then I get off stage, I see it, it's canceled, and that's why I
I guess
called
I'm
him.
doing the late show.
Yeah, but at least got to do a spot on the late show. But then the next day, I was like, oh, let me fly out Saturday morning. But because of the stupid 7 a.m. fucking call time, no flights are getting me in at like 7:30. So I'm like, what if I just show up at 10? And they're like, no, you can't do it. And they're like, you can take a mega bus. I was like, dude, get the fuck. I'm not taking a bus.
You could have taken.
I could have taken a bus. Well, they're like, Megabus doesn't cancel for weather. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to die also. It should stop. I don't want to be, that's,
Right.
if I'm going to die, at least put it on a flight. I can't be dying on a bus. That's not like my story.
I can't die on a
I don't think there's ever been a story of a comedian dying on a bus.
Yeah. I mean,
You could be a first one.
There's so many stories of comedians dying on buses.
yeah.
Really?
Poop.
Not from like the weather.
Not from
Yeah,
the weather.
yeah.
From
I mean, from
pooping
drug.
themselves to
I'm talking about
from
drug
bump-
overdosing
from bumping
and
the
shit.
needle
Yes,
or
but-
something. Yeah.
Yeah, I was very happy. I was like, at least, and I know you didn't take my spot, but I was happy that you were there.
I took a magician spot.
and that's even better.
I believe Jay. I don't know who took your spot.
I'm sure because it was one of those things like it's inevitable. Multiple people are going to drop. They're not going to make it. So
Yeah, I got a magician spot, man. Fuck magic. Fuck magic.
yeah.
Right?
Did you book anything from it yet?
Yeah, I got some schools.
Hell yeah. Good-
I'll bring you to one of them,
Okay.
and then we'll
Yeah.
I'll,
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, hey, this guy who's coming up after me took my fucking spot. And
And now look at him following me.
But I did do my show. There was a showcase there, and I went to it because my college agent her biggest client, the biggest person she represents, is a magician. He's this older man. He's been to the White House like 6 times. Obama loved him, and Obama would hire him all the time to do like the kids events. And he's a balloon guy, and he makes like so much money.
Yeah, they have you been to the Magic Lounge? Did we talk about
I was
this?
just thinking about. I wanted to
In
check
Chicago?
the place out.
It is so nice, and you walk in there, you're like, oh, everyone here makes more. Like their open micer magician makes more money than like a comedian. It's just so funny. Like everything is more respected than comedy.
Yeah,
Every art, even dumb stuff.
What do you consider dumb stuff?
Anything that's not comedy. Yes.
I agree.
Well, I feel like bands don't make shit.
Well, yeah, musicians and comedy's still there, but
shit.
I don't know. I just feel like everyone, whenever they get like canceled or disparaged, they're like, well, at least I can do stand up. Like, it's one of those things where people like think it's like,
Isn't Tom Brady doing stand-up?
yeah, Tom Brady's doing stand up. T.I. is doing stand up.
Who the fuck is T.I.?
You know who
T.I.
Shut the fuck up, Pete. Quit trying to be so punk rock.
I don't know who
get
T.I.
it.
is.
Yes, you do.
Who is he?
Yeah.
He's a rapper.
He's a rapper.
God strike me dead right now. I have fucking no clue.
If we play a song of his,
I guarantee I will not know.
Really?
You can ask
He
my
won't.
people who come in here.
Pete listens to really stupid shit.
I don't listen to fucking new hip hop.
It's not new. He's been around for a minute.
He is
I don't
he
know
is
it.
the guy from the I don't want to keep making fun of the B-52s, but he has that guy's solo stuff.
Oh,
The guy who talks like this. He has
Schneider.
you know his name.
Yeah, he's been around since the fucking 70s.
T.I. also is
B-52.
randomly is in a lot of movies and TV shows. He's like an actor.
Do you think we could get the guy from
Guy's an Ant-Man.
Is he really an
What did he play? What did he play in Ant-Man?
He's just like one of the guys just hanging out.
What do you mean he's one of the guys hanging out? That's a thing in movies now?
Oh,
Yeah.
is he one of the friends with the
That's a
Mexican
thing in
dude?
movies?
He's like the Entourage.
What he is.
Okay. Then I do know who he is.
Put
but I
me in a
couldn't tell you one
movie.
song.
Hollywood Jews. Put me in a movie. I'll hang out.
Whoa, take it easy. Who is that? Who was running around? Kanye? Wasn't he the one
Yeah.
running around?
Yeah,
with
but
the-
I'm kidding. He wasn't kidding.
Dude, someone posted a photo of him. I think it was a pretty recent one. He just looks like he's just wearing like a t-shirt with a long sleeve under it, and it's like different color, and he's just standing like this, and he's got a crazy beard. And someone posted every male open mic comedian 2009 to 2016, and I was like, damn. And people are posting their photos of them starting comedy. They all are wearing the same outfit.
That's funny.
Oh, it's great. Yeah,
I
but
can't believe you don't know T.I.
Dude, I really, dude, you could play me the most popular music right now, and I couldn't tell you any of it.
That's the douchiest thing I've ever.
I just don't listen. Dude, I don't listen to top 40 music. Where would I hear top 40 music?
In the
Where would
grocery-
I go?
in Jewel Osco.
I don't know. When I go to Jewel Osco, I hear like Little River Band. I hear 70s fucking yacht rock. I don't really hear fucking top 40
I don't even know what
shit.
yacht rock is.
Yacht rock.
I don't know.
rock.
See? We all have.
70s soft rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Eagles.
The Eagles.
Oh, okay. I know the Eagles.
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
Fleetwood Mac is at yacht rock.
Sure they are. Absolutely they are.
No, they're not. They're like, they're like a real band. Like the Eagles aren't a real band.
Oh no, they only had 4 of the biggest fucking. They're only one of the biggest bands of all time.
Eagles are terrible.
Well,
What?
Neither how you think about it.
You
they're-
like you're.
I mean,
They're one
Hotel
of the
California.
biggest
Come on, what are we
bands of
talking
all
about?
time, dude. They have sold more records than almost any band on the face of the planet. They're one of the biggest bands of all time. They have to be doing something.
I will
right.
say that's the only song I know of them.
Hotel California.
yeah.
is
You
the-
know a lot of.
I'm
Eagles
proud, but I'm
songs.
like, if I could, like, if I have to listen to their like a few more to be like, do they?
You know
suck?
who I've been listening to a lot of? James Buffett, also known as Jimmy
Jimmy?
Buffett. I think it's really funny to say James Buffett. I also think it's really funny to say Robert Zombie.
That is very funny.
I think Robert's.
It's such a different feel. when you
Yeah, it's
say
a
it.
different. Robert
Yeah.
Zombie is much more
Yeah.
fun to say. I've been listening to a lot of Robert Zombie.
Why he sucks too.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
White Zombie's great. Vic doesn't even know about White Zombie.
I thought that was the name for someone we know.
All right, I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make this statement. Rob Zombie makes movies for juggalos.
I would love
That
to.
was actually a pretty controversial
Fact.
statement.
Honestly,
Fact.
I'd love
Fact.
to interview a juggalo.
I know a couple
You
juggalos.
do?
And I
grew up in
guarantee Rob
Michigan.
Zombie is their favorite fucking.
I'm sure they
director.
are. You
Yeah.
leave you leave juggalos and Rob Zombie
Can
alone.
we put the let's timestamp? I want to put the definition of a juggalo here, like the dictionary definition.
It's just a fan of the mega band Insane Clown Posse. Can
That's-
you name any? No, don't interrupt. Because I want to see if he knows.
I don't.
You don't know the name.
I know one song. I think
I know. No, but do you know the name of the main two? I know you know. Shaggy Too Dope.
Oh, that's what?
And
Shaggy Too Dope.
Is that the one of the guy? And Violent J, right?
Violent J.
So for a while,
I know Violent J. That's it.
For a while, I thought Jabberwockies and Insane Clown Posse were like the same.
The fuck is Jabberwocky?
Oh my God, Pete! Shut the fuck up, bro.
What are
You know what
Jabberwockies?
the God damn it?
We'll
Pete.
put a side by side up. They're
Is that
like
a band?
No, it's like they
dance
were
group.
dancers. They like pop lock and stuff.
Yeah.
And they were huge. You've seen them. They're
You've
like
seen them.
they were all.
All white masks.
Yeah.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I knew
yeah.
it. I knew he knew.
Yeah,
I knew he
I-
knew who this.
dude, I don't fucking follow this shit, dude. I'm fucking 46 years old.
Yeah, but people like you.
I don't. I'm like a
You
a
take
trans
pride.
boomer for Christ's sake.
You take pride in the fact that you don't know popular stuff.
no,
That's
it's
like
not
your
that I
whole
take
thing.
pride. It's just that I don't know anything about it. I don't pay attention.
I'm listening to the B sides of Fugazi. I'm too busy.
All Fugazis are B-sides.
That's funny. That's a funny bit. That's a funny joke that only me and you got.
No, but dude, I really don't. I'm really bad with stuff out of the last.
Do you guys know about the
15 years, 20 years.
ACLU and Insane Clown Posse?
No, I want to hear.
So this kid, there was this. Someone got arrested in the Metro Detroit area committing a crime, and they had a Juggalo tattoo. It happened a couple times. Like a couple people got arrested with Juggalo tattoos.
Do you know what a Juggalo tattoo is?
It's this
It's
little
the
cartoon.
axe
We'll have it
guy.
up. It's a little It's called the Axe, the Hatchet Man. It's a little guy holding an axe. What the Detroit Police Department, the Metro Detroit Police Department, thought was that this is a gang.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they're on the FBI list.
So
Yeah.
they were added to the FBI criminal gang list, which sounds funny, but in reality, it affects.
Does it sound funny?
It is funny. It's
It
a
is
funny
funny.
thing.
That
It's a
are-
funny thing to say.
Yeah.
To be like,
A
oh,
band's fans
Oh, okay.
is
I
a
thought you just
fucking
meant
gang.
Yeah.
No, I thought you just meant the FBI list is fun. I was like, no.
no.
which is so insane to me that no one took into consideration that maybe several people in an area where a band is very
Play-
popular
yeah.
would be fans that would get tattoos of them.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, but what people don't realize is that if you're on the FBI Most Wanted, or if you're on the FBI gang list, you can't sell merch the way you would normally be able to. You can't sell anything with that logo.
Yeah.
So it really affected their sales, and like there was like a business aspect to it. So they got the ACLU's attention, and they went through
I do remember hearing about this.
of trying to convince the FBI to drop them from, and
And
they would do press releases, and you got to think they're in a precarious legal position where if they show up without the makeup on, their fans would feel like they're being abandoned by
Yeah.
these guys. So they showed up to all the press conferences, all the legal activity.
That's very funny.
With their makeup on,
That's
which you
crazy.
gotta respect.
I
You're
respect
like,
it,
I
yeah.
respect that. After
Yeah.
that, I love them.
Okay.
I think it's the coolest thing that they
Yeah.
they really did approach it as like, we don't care about, because they spend a lot of their own money. They were like, we don't care about the money. We care about our fans getting hassled. We care about like
Right.
some kid going to a show and having the
Because
logo
that's a
on his shirt.
serious offense.
Yeah, and getting
then.
pulled
Yeah,
over and getting
yeah.
harassed by the cops
Yeah.
because he's wearing gang.
Gang
But
paraphernalia.
he's not. He's
yeah.
just wearing the T-shirt of his favorite
Band, yeah.
band. But
Wow.
the FBI didn't. They're still on the list though. They wouldn't drop them.
So it's still like a thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I don't
still a
even
thing.
think they're on a major label anymore because of that, right?
Yeah, there was a lot of like repercussions because of it. They're doing fine.
Oh, I'm
I think
sure.
Well, that,
Financially.
I bet that made the,
have
the fans
juggalos
even
and
harder
juggalettes.
core.
Yeah, that made them probably even more.
But that's still, it's so funny. Like,
Juggalos are good people.
you just picture someone in a courtroom in that full.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what, Sohrab? Fuck you.
What?
Okay, Sohrab, fuck you.
What?
Juggalos are good people.
You leave Juggalos alone. All the Juggalos I know are great. I know a Juggalo who's a great dad. His name is Clown Shoes,
Oh my God.
and he's a fantastic father.
I'm sure there's juggalo porn.
Oh, yes.
There's
Yeah.
clown. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm scared of clowns. I don't like
Dick
it.
didn't know about clown porn.
I'm sorry. I'm not searching it all the time. I'm not deathly afraid.
Oh, come on. You don't know clown porn? I'm going to treat you like he treats me about everything I don't fucking know.
We,
I did see some clown porn once, and I was like, you know what? I don't hate it.
I know people who do clown porn.
You do not know anybody who does
You wanna
clown
bet?
porn.
You wanna
Pete,
bet?
Shut up, bro.
You want to bet?
he doesn't.
Why
know,
are they
He
coming
doesn't,
at-
wait, he doesn't know Ti, but he can tell you someone who does great
Clown
clown porn.
Yes, I do. I absolutely do. Dude, like I said, I know a lot of weird shit, and I know a lot of
We
popular
should
shit, but
start
I know a lot
bringing
of
your
weird
weird
shit.
friends on the show.
We gotta have some of these. We
Who
gotta
is
talk
the
to some of these
clown
people.
porn
Yeah.
person?
What do you mean? How are they? They're doing just
Who
fine.
Are they
Hey,
doing
who's-
clown porn now?
I
Active?
don't know if they're still doing it, but
They probably got, like, OnlyFans.
do
Who's
it.
their? What's their name? What's their?
I'm not gonna.
No, what's their clown name?
I don't know their clown.
I thought you were like, I can't give you their clown name. Their real name is.
Yeah, I know her name. It's a girl.
It's a girl.
And I know.
I was expecting a guy.
And I know.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I was trying to be woke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Hey,
gonna say
anyone can fuck as a
Anyone
clown.
can fuck as a clown, man.
That's true.
Any race, any gender. Actually, not any race. I feel like it's pretty much got to be a white person.
Yeah, that
Why?
could be bad if you.
Why is
I
that?
don't know.
By the way,
Just
I just
You can't have a brown clown?
no, it's just not good
It's not good.
optics.
Yeah, it
it's just
doesn't
not
look
good
good.
optics.
But they got white makeup on. You're not gonna even know.
That's the problem.
You're in like powdered
You're in
white
white
face.
face?
Yeah, that's not good.
Please make sure to like and subscribe.
Yes, we're on Instagram at So Fresh So Fat.
We got that.
We got
So
that.
fresh, so
We
fat.
got it.
Surprisingly, not taken.
The supplies-
I
I
don't
got
know.
it.
I don't know
I
how
didn't
it
have
was
to do
taken.
any changes. Just got the whole thing.
Please tell your friends to check us out. We'll be dropping episodes every week.
And then follow us. Sohrab is Brown.
Yep.
Is that your Instagram still?
SOHRAB is
Yep.
Brown, and then yours will have
Just
above your head.
Vic Pandya, VIKPANDYA.
And then-
Coffin Banger Show and also Pete's Barbershop,
Yes,
Chicago.
the best, probably one of the best barbers in the city. Come
Yes.
get a haircut.
Look at this.
Look at this.
Come on.
Well, it's been a few weeks for me, but
There's his new look is
He
good.
does. He
It looks sharp.
Yeah, he
It
did
looks
look
good.
nice.
Now I think you have to now because we have the podcast. You gotta.
You have to lose some weight.
yeah. All right. One fat. Shut up. All right, you guys are getting so much.
Sing.